surface, when one of the phase is gas, see what I'm talking about, where two phases exist together. We know that where there are three phases, that is what? The solid, liquid and the gases. These three phases are there. See, when a gas, it will exist with another gas. Obviously, there will not be any boundary because the two gases will get mixed with one another. They will be completely miscible with one another. So there won't exist any boundary. So there will not be any interface. Here there will not be any interface. But when the liquid, it will exist in contact with a gas, such as example, that is water filled in a liquid. Here the liquid, it is in contact with the gas, and this will be termed as a liquid surface. That means here the boundary exists. This boundary is between the liquid and the gas, so it will be termed as surface. And when solid, it is also in contact with the gas, this will be termed as a, also a boundary will exist over here, and it will be termed as a solid interface. This will be called as liquid interface, and here it will be a solid interface. But we are not discussing in this chapter about the solid interface, we are discussing about the liquid interfaces. So this liquid and gas, though it is a boundary between two phases, it is an interface, but generally it will be termed as a surface. But if it is a boundary between liquid with another liquid, when liquid, it is existing with another liquid, such as example of oil, it is existing in contact with water. As I told you yesterday also, emulsion is the example of this, where oil, it is in contact with the water and there exists a clear boundary. That boundary will termed as a interface. And what we have discussed then, what is surface tension and what is interfacial tension. This is about what? The surface tension or the interfacial tension, it is the force per unit length which is existing at the surface or which is existing at the interface. This is because of the net inward pull. As I have explained yesterday also, if there is a water in a beaker or if there is a water in a container, surface molecules, these will experience some force that is towards bottom side, that means inward. Okay, so here the molecules, they will feel or they will experience a net inward pull. Now if suppose we want to balance this molecule at the surface only, क्या करना है मुझे, ये molecules जो है, they are experiencing a inward pull because the molecules from this side are the same water molecules and these are experiencing a cohesive forces. From this side, it is in contact with the air molecule. This is in contact with the air molecule, and here between the air and water, adhesive forces are there. And from this side, the cohesive forces are there. See, keep in mind, I am talking about two forces. One is adhesive force between the liquid and the air, and the cohesive force between the liquid molecules only. And what I am telling you here, that adhesive forces, these are weaker as compared to cohesive forces. So because of this, because of the cohesive forces, the molecules are pulled inwards. And to balance it, we can apply the force from the upper side. So what I'm actually doing that, जो भी molecule है उसको यहाँ steady रखने के लिए, क्योंकि इसको नीचे खींचा जा रहा है, तो इसको नीचे ना जाने देने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, ऊपर से उतना ही force apply करना पड़ेगा. So now I can define surface tension as it is the force applied per unit length to counterbalance the net inward pull. Are you getting this? That is what I am saying again. The surface tension can be defined as a force that must be applied parallel to the length of this. It is a force per unit length that must be applied from the opposite direction parallel to the surface so as to counterbalance the net inward pull. जो नीचे खिंचाव है उसी के लिए opposite direction से हम force apply करेंगे parallel to the layer, and that force will be termed as the surface tension. In simple language, to understand, just to keep in mind, it is the force per unit length existing at the surface will be termed as surface tension, given by the unit, that is dynes per centimeter in CGS system, Newton per meter in MKS system, and it is the force per unit length that is existing at the interface. When we will term it as an interface, when suppose two liquids are coming in contact with one another, suppose here it is a water and here it is a oil. So force which is existing at this boundary, that is the interface, this force per unit length will be termed as interfacial tension with the same unit. Surface tension and interfacial tension is same. Definition is same, unit is same. Simply the difference is जहां पर एक फेज गैस है या एयर की बात कर रहे हैं, there we will term it as a surface tension. जहां पर एक लिक्विड दूसरे लिक्विड के साथ में है या एक सॉलिड दूसरे लिक्विड्स के साथ में है. If this is the solid material which is in contact with the liquid, here at this boundary what will exist? Interfacial tension will exist. So this much we have discussed yesterday, that what is surface tension and what is the interfacial tension. Okay. So today I am going to give you about 2 to 3 things यहाँ पे जो हम आज importantly discuss करने वाले हैं. That first thing, why this drop of a liquid it assumes a spherical shape. You must have seen every raindrop. That raindrops when it falls it forms a spherical shape. A dew drop that forms a spherical shape. Even if any oil it falls onto the ground or onto any table surface, आप ऊपर का अगर उसका surface observe करोगे तो आपको spherical दिखेगा. पानी का एक ड्रॉप आप डाल के देखो टेबल पे, वो ऊपर का surface आपको spherical दिखेगा. Simple सा चीज है. Okay, now why do we see it as a spherical surface? Because the liquid droplet is like this. It is spherical one. Why it is spherical one? The molecules which are there at the surface. I am talking about the molecules which is at the surface here. These are pulled inward by means of coercive forces. Whereas the molecule which is there in the bulk of this liquid droplet, it is a liquid droplet. The molecule which is there in bulk, जो अंदर की तरफ है, it is balanced from all the sides by the same liquid molecules. But the molecules which are there at the surface, they are experiencing a pull towards inward. That means surface कहीं ना कहीं contract होने की कोशिश कर रहा है. किसकी वजह से? Coercive forces की वजह से. And they are trying to contract. They are trying to assume a smallest surface area. जो भी उसका वॉल्यूम है, उस वॉल्यूम के अकॉर्डिंगली वो कम से कम सरफेस एरिया अज्यूम करने की या अक्वायर करने की कोशिश करेंगे. And in that they will acquire a spherical shape. That's why the liquid droplet it has a spherical shape. Okay, this is now it is clear that liquid it assumes a spherical shape because of surface tension. Okay, now this is one thing. Now second thing, we are talking about two different tensions, that is what the surface tension and about the interfacial tension. Now as I have told you, surface tension it is between the liquid and the gas, and interfacial tension जो examples हम अभी ले रहे हैं समझने के लिए, that is what one liquid it is in contact with the another liquid. So here liquid and gas, the adhesive forces will be between what? The adhesive forces will be between liquid and gas here. Whereas the adhesive forces here, it will be between liquid 1 and liquid 2 जो हम बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, it is in between liquid 1 and liquid 2. What is the difference here? Adhesive forces यहाँ पर एक लिक्विड और गैस के बीच में है, और यहाँ जो adhesive forces है वो एक लिक्विड और दूसरे लिक्विड के बीच में है. And when we measure it, what is the difference here? These adhesive forces are somewhat more stronger than this. Now why to relate this with this? Because I am trying to explain you that generally interfacial tension value जो होती है liquids की, suppose here of any liquid, suppose it is of oleic acid, okay, and here it is water and oleic acid. That means our liquid one is water and second liquid is oleic acid. So here we are talking about oleic acid, it is in contact with the gas, and here it is a water in contact with the oleic acid. यहाँ अगर हम surface tension find out करते हैं तो this will be the surface tension of oleic acid. सिर्फ समझने के लिए बता रही हूँ. Suppose This value is near about 32 point something like 5 dynes per centimeter. And here interfacial tension, it will be between water and oleic acid. Here it will be denoted as only gamma L, that is what the 32.5, and here it will be denoted as gamma L1 by L2, that is between water and oleic acid. And suppose for example here the value is here, that is suppose 27.5 dynes per centimeter. आपको डिफरेंस समझ में आ रहा होगा, मैंने समझने के लिए यहाँ पे वैल्यूज लिखे हैं कि अगर ओलिक एसिड अकेला है, गैस के कांटेक्ट में है, तो हम उसका सरफेस टेंशन फाइंड आउट करेंगे. बट वही अगर ओलिक एसिड इट इज इन कांटेक्ट विद द वाटर, व्हाट वी विल डिटरमाइन हियर इज इंटरफेशियल टेंशन. एंड फॉर एग्जांपल ओलिक एसिड की वैल्यू यहाँ आती है 32.5, दैट इज द सरफेस टेंशन, and the interfacial tension between the two liquids, the value is 27.5 dynes per centimeter. Now the difference is clear कि interfacial tension की value कम आ रही है as compared to surface tension. Is this clear? So the value is less, of interfacial tension value is generally less. It is observed that interfacial tension value is generally less than the surface tension value. Now what may be the reason? ओके यहाँ पर दो ही फोर्सेस के बारे में हम बात करते हैं, एक अडेसिव फोर्स और कोहेसिव फोर्सेस के बारे में. जो सरफेस टेंशन का मेजर है इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द कोहेसिव फोर्सेस, क्योंकि कोहेसिव फोर्सेस अडेसिव फोर्सेस के कंपैरिजन में स्ट्रॉन्गर होते हैं, तो हमको सरफेस टेंशन की वैल्यू मिलती है. इंटरफेशियल टेंशन में लिक्विड 1 और लिक्विड 2 के बीच की जो कोहेसिव फोर्सेस है और अडेसिव फोर्सेस जो उन दोनों के बीच में है. Here it is a liquid 1, here it is a liquid 2. Cohesive force of liquid 2 will be there, cohesive force of liquid 1 will be there, but adhesive forces will be there in between liquid 1 and liquid 2. And these adhesive forces यहाँ पर इन दोनों के cohesive forces के comparison में कम है, and that's why we get the interfacial tension value. And here we are talking about liquid, and here it is a gas जो ऊपर की तरफ है. This is what the gas is here. So we are talking about the adhesive forces between liquid and gas and adhesive forces between liquid 1 and liquid 2. And what is observed that these adhesive forces are greater than this adhesive forces liquid and gas. इसका मतलब है इसका मेजर कहीं तो भी कम है, इसका मेजर अगर कम है तो ऑब्वियसली ये कोहेसिव फोर्सेस का जो मेजर मिलेगा, जो हम काउंट करेंगे, that is what the surface tension, this will have a greater value. And here the adhesive forces in comparison to this, these are more stronger, and whatever the interfacial tension value we will get here, the interfacial tension value will be less. So that's why the interfacial tension value it is less as compared to the surface tension. The reason behind is difference in adhesive forces between liquid and gas, and here the adhesive forces between the two liquids when they are existing with one another. So this is the second thing which we have discussed here, that the interfacial tension value is generally less than surface tension. Most of the time this question is there in the exam for 2 marks or 2.5 marks. It is a justification type question. Justify why interfacial tension value is less than the surface tension. Okay, so I think now you must be able to answer why interfacial tension value is less than surface tension. Now next is we have discussed about surface tension yesterday, and we have derived the equation that gamma is equals to F upon twice L. That is, it is a force per unit length, that is gamma is equals to F upon twice L, where gamma is the surface tension, F is the force which is applied, and L is the length here. This surface tension can again be explained in terms of surface free energy. So now please keep on keep noting it down because the equations are there. So what we are doing here, yesterday we have explained कि surface tension का ये equation कैसे आया, by explaining through the three-sided wire frame जो कल मैंने बताया था. Okay, so when we look at this three-sided wire frame, what I have explained here that when three-sided wire frame we are taking, the three sides are fixed, and from the fourth side the movable bar is there, and on this frame, now this is the frame that is A, B, C and D. On this frame, a soap film is formed. A liquid film is formed, that is the soap film is formed. Okay. Now the soap film is stationary at this area which is given there, that is ABCD. But if we apply some force from this side, if we apply some force from this side, because of this some force, the distance it is or the movable bar, it is shifting from its initial position to the new position, that is E and F. It means what? कि जब हम फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो उसका सरफेस एरिया बढ़ रहा है, क्योंकि ये मूवेबल बार अपने इनिशियल पोजीशन से थोड़ा लेंथ इधर इंक्रीज हो रहा है, एंड दिस स्मॉल डिस्टेंस व्हिच इज क्रॉस्ड ओवर हियर, दैट इज व्हाट दी ds. जो स्मॉल डिस्टेंस चेंज हो रहा है, दैट इज व्हाट दी ds. पहले जो भी डिस्टेंस था, अब यहाँ पे लेंथ इंक्रीज हो गई है, दैट इज व्हाट दी ds. So because of application of this force, there is a work done in increasing this length. Okay, so yesterday by using this, I have given you the equation that gamma is equals to F upon 2L. According to this equation, if we consider this as a one equation, I can write down F is equals to gamma multiplied with twice L. Okay, and when it is a work done is what? Or the energy, work done or energy is equals to force multiplied with distance. Force multiplied with distance. Now this is, suppose it is a second equation. So according to this, the work done in by applying this force, so work done is given by dW is equals to, now we have F here, okay, multiplied with a small distance which is increased here, that is the ds. Okay, now according to the second equation, dw is equals to F की जगह हम लिखेंगे gamma multiplied with 2L multiplied with ds. Gamma multiplied with 2L multiplied with ds. Okay, so suppose this is the third equation. Now look at this third equation. This is giving you a surface tension. This is the length of that movable bar taken from upper side and the lower side, जो आगे और पीछे हम कहेंगे ऊपर या नीचे जो आ रहा है, and ds is the increase in the length. And if you take only this 2L multiplied with ds, that means length multiplied with the ds, that is giving you a increase in surface area. It is giving you a increase in surface area. So the equation third can be written as dW is equals to gamma multiplied with dA. This dA is showing an increase in area. Okay, and this equation for a finite change, what we will write? For finite change, this equation, suppose it is a fourth equation can be written as W is equals to gamma multiplied with dA will become now delta A. For a finite change, the equation 4 is written as capital W is equals to gamma multiplied with delta A. Capital W can be called as a surface free energy. Capital W can be termed as, generally हम इसको बोलते हैं कि work done जो हो रहा है, तो उसके लिए जो इक्वेशन है, that is W और work done और surface free energy is equals to gamma multiplied with delta A. Many times it is also denoted as delta G, that is surface free energy. The equation is same. Delta G is equals to gamma multiplied with delta A, or W is equals to gamma multiplied with delta A. So here surface free energy is equals to surface tension multiplied with area increase. Surface tension multiplied with area increase. Now in this equation, any form of energy or any form of energy, it is having a two factors. Any questions are there?
How delta A Please explain again.
Okay. This is the equation. Fourth equation. I am repeating this much portion only. ये equation कैसे आया? Delta A कैसे आया? Okay. Equation 4 कैसे आया? समझ में आ गया होगा?
Repeat equation 4.
Okay. F, we have taken F is equals to gamma multiplied with twice L, and work done is given as work done is equals to force multiplied with distance. So work done, for work done we are writing dW is equals to F multiplied with ds, and from this equation 2 to be substituted over here for F. क्या करना है? F की जगह इक्वेशन 2 हमको सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है. सो dw इज इक्वल्स टू, जब ये सब्स्टिट्यूट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर, तो आएगा गैमा मल्टीप्लाइड विद ट्वाइस l मल्टीप्लाइड विद ds. अब ये जो इक्वेशन आ गया है हमारे पास, थर्ड इक्वेशन, जब हम इसको ध्यान से देखेंगे तो ये जो दिख रहा है हमको ट्वाइस l मल्टीप्लाइड विद ds, दैट इज व्हाट 2ab. एरिया के लिए जो हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं, लेंथ मल्टीप्लाइड विद द ब्रेथ. सो दिस इज शोइंग ये दिस मच एरिया, दैट इज व्हाट द इंक्रीज इन एरिया. इंक्रीज इन एरिया बिकॉज ऑफ अप्लाइंग दिस फोर्स. तो जब हम फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, कुछ वर्क डन हो रहा है वहां पे, एंड दैट इज व्हाट देयर इज अ इंक्रीज इन एरिया व्हिच इज डिनोटेड बाय ट्वाइस l मल्टीप्लाइड विद ds, एंड दिस टू आर कंबाइंड. इन दोनों को जब हम कंबाइन कर रहे हैं तो हमको मिलेगा ये dA, जो इक्वेशन 4 में लिखा है. सो इक्वेशन 4 इज नाउ dW इज इक्वल्स टू गैमा मल्टीप्लाइड विद dA. हियर dA को हमने लिया है यहाँ पे ट्वाइस l मल्टीप्लाइड विद ds. आई थिंक नाउ इट इज क्लियर. सो हियर दिस इज द इक्वेशन 4 एंड दिस इज फॉर अ स्मॉल वर्क डन, and for a finite change the same equation will be written as dw जो हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा कैपिटल W, ये हो जाएगा सेम गैमा यहाँ पर है, और दिस dA डिफरेंशियल फॉर्म में जो है दिस विल बिकम अ डेल्टा A, and this also can be denoted by delta G. The equation can be denoted as delta G. Don't get confused. Delta A को delta G consider मत करना. The equation is same. Means I can write here W is equals to gamma multiplied with delta A, or it is delta G is equals to gamma multiplied with delta A. This is the equation. Both equation are same. सिर्फ denote करने का तरीका अलग है. Okay, the same. It is the equations are same. This is the equation for surface free energy. Surface free energy is equals to surface tension multiplied with area increase. So according to this, ये इक्वेशन आ गया आपके पास. इस इक्वेशन के हिसाब से आपको ये समझ में आ रहा है कि सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी जो है ये दो चीजों का प्रोडक्ट है, मल्टीप्लिकेशन है सरफेस टेंशन के साथ में एरिया इंक्रीज. इसी इक्वेशन को अगर हम लिखते हैं गैमा इज इक्वल्स टू नाउ व्हाट, सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी डिवाइडेड बाय डेल्टा A. Okay, so this is what surface tension can be defined as. It is the work done or energy spent to increase the area by 1 centimeter square. To increase the area by the value, that is what the unit value, that is what the 1 centimeter square. Okay, this is about means defining surface tension in another way. We have defined surface tension. पहले हमने define किया था surface tension is equals to F upon twice L, that is the force per unit length. Same surface tension can also be defined in terms of surface free energy, that is surface tension is equals to, surface tension can be defined as it is the work done in increasing the surface area by unit value, that is what the 1 centimeter square. Any form of energy has two factors. One is the capacity factor and one is the intensity factor. So here this is a capacity factor. Surface tension is called as a intensity factor, and delta A जो area increase show कर रहा है, जो capacity show कर रहा है कि area increase हो रहा है, that is what the capacity factor. So delta A is called as, it is the capacity factor, and surface tension is called as the intensity factor. Okay, so this is all about defining surface tension in terms of surface free energy, या हम ये भी बोल सकते हैं कि surface tension surface free energy से किस तरह रिलेटेड है, कौन सा इक्वेशन है जो इन दो चीजों को रिलेट कर रहा है, surface free energy को surface tension के साथ में रिलेट कर रहा है. So this is the equation here that surface free energy is equals to surface tension multiplied with area increase. Okay, so now I am moving towards the next part of this. Okay, so we have defined surface tension in two ways. One is in terms of force per unit length and in terms of surface free energy. तो दोनों इक्वेशन देख लिए आपने. ओके, अब हमको और एक तीसरा इक्वेशन देखना है. दो चीजें समझ में आ गई होगी आप लोगों को, सरफेस टेंशन फोर्स पर यूनिट लेंथ, नेक्स्ट इज सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी इज इक्वल्स टू सरफेस टेंशन मल्टीप्लाइड विद डेल्टा ए. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज surface tension is again explained by considering pressure difference across curved interface. Okay, so here we are defining again a surface tension but for the pressure difference across the curved interface. Curved interface means जो curved portion है. So we are taking here a soap bubble. So here you are having a soap bubble जो आपने form किया होगा. So this soap bubble it is having a radius r. उसका जो original radius है that is what denoted by r. Okay, so this is the soap bubble and as it is a spherical one, it is having a radius, it is r and surface area स्फेरिकल है तो सरफेस एरिया आएगा 4 पाई आर स्क्वायर एंड विद दिस सिस्टम जो स्फेरिकल बबल है उसका रेडियस है आर. द टोटल सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी, टोटल सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी फॉर दिस विद द रेडियस आर इज, सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी दो टर्म का प्रोडक्ट है, दैट इज व्हाट द सरफेस एरिया के साथ में surface tension. So gamma multiplied with 4 pi r square. So this is the total surface free energy of the system. Gamma 4 pi r square. This is the total surface free energy. That is, it is denoted by W is equals to gamma multiplied with 4 pi r square. Okay. Now listen what I am saying. If this soap bubble is allowed to shrink by any means, by any whatever the thing, if this soap bubble is shrinking, उसका radius छोटा होगा and the radius is decreased by a small distance, that is what ds, it is decreasing by the small distance, that is what dr. As the radius is getting less over here, that distance is given by the decrease in radius is given by dr. Okay, अब थोड़ा सा सिस्टम चेंज हो गया. पहला सिस्टम था रेडियस आर के साथ में, उस रेडियस आर के साथ में टोटल सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी के लिए हमारे पास इक्वेशन है ये, एंड इफ वी कंसीडर दिस एज इक्वेशन 1, यू कैन नोट डाउन दिस एज इक्वेशन 1 दैट टोटल सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी इज दिस. नाउ the soap bubble is allowed to shrink with the small radius, change in small radius, that is dr. Okay, so instead of this r, now we can write down r की जगह अब आ जाएगा r minus dr because the radius is getting decreased by dr. So w is equals to, now equation 1 को ही लिख रहे हैं हम, it is what 4 pi gamma, r की जगह आ जाएगा r minus dr square, the whole square, r minus dr square. Now if we simplify this, it will give us 4 pi gamma r square minus here 8 pi gamma r dr, and again it is multiplied with the, I am simplifying this in terms of a minus b whole square, and multiplied with this. So again plus 4 pi gamma dr square. So this is the equation after simplification of this. So if suppose we consider this as the second equation and this will become the third one. So on simplification W is equals to, that is the total surface free energy. कब बात कर रहे हैं हम, जब रेडियस कम हो रहा है, जब रेडियस डिक्रीज हो रहा है. So we have this equation. Now in this term, look at this term. It is consisting of only a dr which is very small as compared to r. r के कंपैरिजन में dr जो है वो बहुत ही छोटा है. So this can be disregarded. From this equation it can be disregarded. तो ये यहाँ से हट जाएगा, हमको इसको कंसीडर नहीं करना है. Okay, now look at this equation and the first equation. फर्स्ट इक्वेशन और थर्ड इक्वेशन को जब हम देखेंगे, इसको तो हमने पहले ही डिलीट कर दिया क्योंकि हमको इसको कंसीडर नहीं करना है. कंसीडर क्यों नहीं करना है? बिकॉज हियर ओनली dr is there which is very small as compared to r, so it can be disregarded over here. Now when we look at this and this, what is the change in this equation or what is the change in surface free energy? Now we can find out. ये वाला टर्म और ये वाला टर्म सेम है, this is and this one is same, so this is the change in surface free energy. This term is what? The change in surface free energy. Change in surface free energy because of what? क्योंकि रेडियस डिक्रीज हो रहा है, क्योंकि जो सोप बबल है वो श्रिंक हो रहा है, कुछ फोर्स अप्लाई हो रहा है बाहर की तरफ से, यहाँ से कुछ फोर्स अप्लाई हो रहा है और उस फोर्स के वजह से जो रेडियस है वो सोप बबल का वो छोटा हो रहा है. और जब ये छोटा हो रहा है, so there is a change in surface free energy. Now we can write down change in surface free energy. So the change in surface free energy is equals to what? That is what the W is equals to negative 8 pi gamma r and dr. The negative sign indicates here that there is a decrease in surface area or there is a decrease in radius. Sorry, here it is a decrease in radius. So this is the change here. Okay, यहाँ तक अब हम आ गए. यहाँ तक हमने बात की कि अगर किसी सिस्टम की एनर्जी डिक्रीज हो रही है, हम बाहर से उसको फोर्स कर रहे हैं और रेडियस डिक्रीज हो रहा है, उस वजह से सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी चेंज हो रही है. तो वो जो चेंज है सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी में वो ये है. ओके, सो दिस इज द फोर्स फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड, दिस इज द एनर्जी व्हिच इज डूइंग वर्क ओवर देयर फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड. अब हम कोई चीज बाहर से उसको प्रेशराइज कर रहे हैं, इस एनर्जी चेंज को या इस चेंज को अपोज करने के लिए देयर विल बी इक्वल एंड अपोजिट एनर्जी फ्रॉम द इनसाइड. दैट इनसाइड एनर्जी जब इसको कुछ चीज श्रिंक कर रही है, तो हो सकता है यहाँ अंदर जो एनर्जी है वो इस चेंज को अपोज करे. ओके, और वो जो अपोज कर रही है, इट इज व्हाट? द प्रेशर व्हिच इज इनसाइड. सो whatever the force which is applied over here, whatever the energy which is doing work over here to decrease the radius, उस चीज को अपोज करने के लिए there is a equal and opposite energy जो अंदर के तरफ है, और वो चीज क्या है? that is what the pressure inside और pressure difference inside and outside. वो चीज जो pressure difference है अंदर का और बाहर का, वो चीज उसको अपोज करेगी. Okay, so now the equal and opposite energy which is there, that is in terms of the pressure difference. What it will be called as? It is because of the pressure difference across the curved surface. ये जो curved surface है उसके across अंदर और बाहर जो pressure difference है, that is what the pressure difference which is opposing this change. So now let's derive the equation for this. यहाँ तक हम आ गए, यहाँ तक इक्वेशन डिराइव हो गया, यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया होगा आप लोगों को कि सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी जो चेंज हो रही है वो ये आया इक्वेशन. ओके, तो नाउ वी आर डिराइविंग द इक्वेशन फॉर द प्रेशर डिफरेंस. नाउ प्रेशर इज गिवन बाय फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया. वी हैव अ इक्वेशन, प्रेशर इज इक्वल्स टू फोर्स डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया, एंड फोर्स इज इक्वल्स टू नाउ pressure multiplied with area. That is what the pressure difference अगर हम लेते हैं, so it is a delta P multiplied with area. So area की जगह हम लिख सकते हैं force is equals to delta P multiplied with area. suppose this is the equation 5. अगर ये इक्वेशन 5 आ रहा है, उसके बाद हम यहाँ स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. सो प्रेशर इज इक्वल्स टू फोर्स मल्टीप्लाइड विद एरिया एंड फोर्स इज इक्वल्स टू डेल्टा पी मल्टीप्लाइड विद एरिया एंड वर्क डन, or that is what W, that is what the surface free energy W is equals to F multiplied with जो चेंज हो रहा है डिस्टेंस. तो यहाँ चेंज क्या हो रहा है, रेडियस डिक्रीज हो रहा है, रेडियस डिक्रीज हो रहा है. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम राइटिंग नेगेटिव dr. Negative is showing a decrease and dr, that is what the radius is decreasing. अब force is equals to delta p multiplied with area. इस फोर्स की जगह हमको लिखना है डेल्टा पी मल्टीप्लाइड विथ एरिया, दैट इज व्हाट दी 4 pi r square, and here it is again multiplied with minus dr. Why we are writing minus dr? Minus sign is for decrease in radius, और radius कितना decrease हो रहा है, that is what the dr. So we have an equation because of this change. ये हो गया इक्वेशन जो आउटर की तरफ से था. हम दो फोर्सेस बात कर सकते हैं यहाँ पर, दो वर्क डन फोर्सेस की वजह से, जो बाहर की तरफ से हो रहा है और जो अपोज कर रहा है अंदर की तरफ से. सो अंदर की तरफ से जो अपोज कर रहा है वो डिपेंड करता है प्रेशर डिफरेंस पे. दैट्स व्हाई द इक्वेशन वी आर हैविंग इन दिस इक्वेशन डेल्टा पी मल्टीप्लाइड विद 4 pi r square multiplied with negative dr. So the equation is here now negative delta p 4 pi r square dr. This is the W because of inward pressure difference. At equilibrium, equation 5 and equation 6. At equilibrium, बाहर का फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहा है, उसकी वजह से रेडियस डिक्रीज होगा, अंदर प्रेशर डिफरेंस की वजह से वो इस चीज को अपोज करेगा. मतलब एक चीज बाहर से काम कर रही है, एक चीज अंदर से काम कर रही है, तो कहीं ना कहीं these two will be at equilibrium, this will be equal. So now we can equilibrate. ये दो इक्वेशंस को हमको इक्विलिब्रेट करना है, इक्वेशन 5 और इक्वेशन 6. So now you can write down or you can see here that this is one equation and this is another equation. Okay, इन दोनों को हमको कंपेयर करना है. अगर हम इन दोनों को कंपेयर करते हैं तो ये dr इस dr के साथ में कट हो जाएगा, ये r इस r स्क्वायर के साथ में कट हो जाएगा, पाई यहाँ पर इसके साथ में कट हो जाएगा एंड 4 यहाँ कट होगा तो यहाँ कट हो जाएगा. दैट इज व्हाट 2 विल रिमेन. सो हियर व्हाट इज रिमेनिंग, ये नेगेटिव साइन और ये नेगेटिव साइन भी कट हो गया. सो हियर डेल्टा p is remaining with r and here what is remaining, 2 is remaining and gamma is remaining. One more time I am showing this. Equation 5 हमारे पास था negative 8 pi gamma r dr. This is according to the equation 5 the value of W. This we are comparing with the W value according to equation 6 is equals to negative delta p 4 pi r square dr. दोनों तरफ नेगेटिव साइन है, नेगेटिव साइन will get cancelled. This 8 will get cancelled, 2 will come over here, ये 4 cancel हो गया, pi यहाँ पर cancel हो गया है, gamma उधर नहीं है, gamma यही रहेगा, r यहाँ पर cancel हो जाएगा, this is with the square and dr is also cancelled over here. So we have got here twice of gamma is equals to delta p multiplied with r. So we have come to the equation. ये equation हमको लिखना है delta p के लिए. So when you will write this equation for delta p, so delta p is equals to 2 of gamma divided by r. So we have come to the equation that is for the pressure difference which is related to the surface tension. Pressure difference across the curved surface, this is related to the surface tension and it is related to the radius r. इस equation को अगर आप देखोगे, R it is inversely proportional to pressure difference. इसका मतलब है R की वैल्यू अगर कम होती है तो प्रेशर डिफरेंस जो रहेगा वो बढ़ेगा. दिस इज इन डिनोमिनेटर. इसकी वैल्यू जितनी कम होगी प्रेशर डिफरेंस उतना ज्यादा होगा. दिस इक्वेशन इज टर्म्ड एज Young-Laplace equation. Young's Laplace equation. And this equation explains the pressure difference across the curved surface. Pressure difference दो चीजों के ऊपर डिपेंड कर रहा है, एक surface tension और दूसरा है radius. Radius के साथ में ये inversely proportional है pressure difference. इसी इक्वेशन को जब आप surface tension के फॉर्म में लिखते हैं, so this is जो ऊपर है इक्वेशन 2 gamma is equals to pressure difference multiplied with R. So here the surface tension is equals to pressure difference multiplied with R here. This equation always it gives you for the curved surface. जब भी हमको surface tension explain करना है curved surface के फॉर्म में हम इक्वेशन यूज करेंगे यहाँ पर Young-Laplace equation. ध्यान में रखो with name this equation. क्योंकि अगर आप आगे जाके जीपैट के लिए प्रिपेयर करोगे तो इक्वेशंस नाम के साथ में याद होने चाहिए. Young-Laplace इक्वेशन दो चीजों को रिलेट करता है, प्रेशर डिफरेंस और सरफेस टेंशन. ओके, सो हियर आई फिनिश विद द टुडेस whatever the topic. If you have any question you can ask me, you can raise hand or you can if you want to ask any question you can put it in the chat box also. In next lecture come prepared with the topic जितना कवर हुआ है. मैं किसी को भी अनम्यूट करके आंसर करने के लिए कहूंगी और ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप आंसर नहीं कर रहे हो. Otherwise I have to report to the principal sir कि students respond नहीं कर रहे हैं.
There is a question, ma'am. Please repeat the second definition of surface tension.
Kindly specify which definition. In terms of surface free energy, I think I consider this. क्योंकि एक हमने gamma को दिखाया था, that is what the F upon twice है. This is what the force per unit length existing at the surface.
Surface free energy.
Okay, surface free energy. So here W is equals to what we have gamma multiplied with delta A. ये equation है surface free energy का. इसके अकॉर्डिंगली जब हम लिखते हैं इक्वेशन फॉर सरफेस टेंशन, तो इसके अकॉर्डिंगली जब लिखेंगे तो इट इज सरफेस टेंशन मल्टीप्लाइड सरफेस टेंशन इज इक्वल्स टू W डिवाइडेड बाय डेल्टा A, वर्क डन डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया इंक्रीज, सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी और वर्क डन डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया इंक्रीज. तो इसके अकॉर्डिंगली हम डिफाइन कैसे करेंगे? दिस इज द सरफेस टेंशन कैन बी डिफाइंड एज इट इज द वर्क डन in increasing the surface area by unit value. It is what? It is the surface free energy or it is the work done in increasing the area of a given system by a unit value. That is what the surface tension.
The next question is what the equation relates to Young's Laplace equation.
This is the equation, Young-Laplace equation. Two things are means related over here, pressure difference और सरफेस टेंशन. ये दो चीजों को रिलेट कर रहा है. प्रेशर डिफरेंस के साथ में सरफेस टेंशन को वो रिलेट कर रहा है. अकॉर्डिंग ये जो इक्वेशन है इसको हम बोलेंगे Young-Laplace इक्वेशन. इसी को हम इस फॉर्म में भी लिख सकते हैं जो आपको इक्वेशन देगा सरफेस टेंशन के लिए. सरफेस टेंशन इज इक्वल्स टू डेल्टा P मल्टीप्लाइड विद R. So if you have more questions you can drop into the chat box. So I can see and I can answer that in the next lecture also. और कुछ है? But in next lecture come prepared with this complete topic जितना अब तक हुआ है, क्योंकि कुछ छोटे छोटे इक्वेशंस हुए हैं. अभी आप छोटे छोटे इक्वेशंस को स्टडी करेंगे, लर्न करेंगे तो आगे बड़े इक्वेशंस के लिए तकलीफ नहीं होगी. Okay, because physical pharmacy is about the application or it includes the physical, physics, chemistry as well as the mathematics. तो तीनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है. आपको ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ सुनना है, कॉपी पेन लेकर बैठोगे, नोट डाउन करेंगे and you have to practice the equations also. So I think this much is sufficient for today. So here I call it a day. Thank you.